good. You already know what time it is. You already know
Yes,
what
sir.
time it is. Welcome to What's the Word podcast. You already know it's Manny.
It's Sean.
And we coming at you again. First we wanna say thank y'all to come by. And that being said, we ain't gonna waste no more time because I know it's the weekend. Everybody wanna pop out, everybody wanna do stuff. And we got a lot of talk about and discuss. So let's just get straight right to it. So Sean, what's going on, man, about um the topics right now? What's the hot topics, bro?
Right now, one of the hottest topics right now is Dexter Lawrence. It seems like the Giants are actually gonna move on from him. So, where do you think is the best team that really fits him and fits his talent?
Um Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. There's a few teams that would would be a good fit for Dexter. The best fit, do I feel like that he will be better at?
Hmm.
It's probably Chicago.
Okay.
Probably Chicago, or if the Rams want to go, to get to that route, or they want to head to that route, they can do the Rams right there with Verse and on them and stuff like that to be more quicker to the quarterback. Who else that needs to improve their defensive line? Uh, who else? Um, he can go to AFC, probably
Hmm.
go to Denver or something. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I think with any teams, he can definitely be a help. He ain't hurt to no team. You
Hmm.
know, he definitely can be a help. But if you're talking about him trying to go to take that next level, um, and and try to get over the hump. You know what I mean? There's a few teams out there that he can go to, probably nice contending teams like probably Detroit or something, or you know what I'm saying? And so, yeah, but I feel like the best fit would be probably if he goes to a team where they're like one D tackle away. You know what I mean, or something like that that will help them build to get to the next level.
Yeah. Right now, first team that comes to my mind is the Bills. The Bills need help with that defense.
Mhm.
If you want to stay in the NFC, I'm thinking maybe the Raiders. The Raiders have already been trying to build up on that defense. You got Max Crosby still there. So
Mhm.
if Max Crosby is still one of those players that they want to get rid of, and get rid of him, get Dexter Lawrence. So that's the two things I'm thinking about right now when it comes to Dexter Lawrence.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right though. Yeah, they could trade up and stuff like that and try to get him and everything. I think that would be a good fit, nice good fit for him and everything. But yeah, I think the Bills would be nice too. If I'm the Bills, it's a golden opportunity. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? You got to grab it. You know what I mean? He's Josh Allen, still in his prime. You don't know how much time you got, and you got to build that defense. And I think one a hell of a way to make a statement, especially in the draft, if the Bills go and take it. The thing about it is like, we don't know how much he gonna cost or how much he wants because you could trade for him, but the reason why Dexter is leaving is because he wants a contract
Mhm.
extension. And so you're gonna have to, get out of get out of that purse and get and get that paper for him, you know what I'm saying? But that's
Yeah.
the thing about it is are you willing to do that? And he's been showing for the past like 5, 6 years that he's capable of that money. He's the top of the D tackle and he's worth every cent, every dime. And so if I'm the Bills, I'm going at it.
Mhm.
Trade your pick, get it to the Giants. You know what I mean? Do whatever it takes to get Dexter Lawrence because if you need to make a statement, especially what's going on in the AFC. So
Mhm.
we definitely going to watch out for the Bills and see if they're going to be in play. But yeah, but you absolutely right. You hit that right on the nose, bro. I think the Bills definitely this is a golden opportunity for them.
Yeah, for sure. Now, in other news, we just seen that Will Anderson just got extended. So, what you think about that contract? You think he deserves it? You think he's going to live up to that contract?
I ain't gonna lie, man. I mean, he was tough since he went to college. I actually saw him when he was in college and was
Mhm.
playing ball, and he was tough. Um, First of all, congratulations to Will Anderson Jr. for getting that extension. Um, yeah, absolutely. I believe he's gonna live up to that money. He's gonna he's gonna live it up to that money, and I think his production speaks for itself.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Him and then he's a captain. I think he's one of the face of that defense, and you can't let him go. And he's young. He got a lot more ball ahead of him, and yeah, this is just the beginning for him. And so I'm excited for him. He got what, like a 3-year deal worth up to 150 million. Got 134 million guaranteed, makes him the NFL highest paid non-quarterback ever. So yeah, man, he definitely earned every dime of that money, and he's gonna show on that field why he's capable of making all that money.
Yeah, I agree with you. I feel like ever since he came into the league, he's just been on fire.
Yeah.
Like, it's undeniably, if you don't think he's the best player on that defense, he's the second best player on that defense for sure. So he always makes an impact in the game. You know his presence, you feel his presence.
Mhm.
So definitely deserves that money. Definitely gonna live up to that contract as well. So I'm excited what he's do next, and I'm just happy for him. He deserves it.
Yeah, no doubt. He deserves every penny of it. And I'm looking forward to what he gonna bring to the table.
Mm,
Yeah. So yeah, we was talking about Dexter, we was talking about Will. Um, let's move on to let's pivot to the NBA.
okay.
So NBA, we already had a couple games
Hmm.
already started. You know what I mean? Yesterday the Sixers, did they thing. They took care of business, beat Orlando Magic. Now they on to face the Boston Celtics. The Warriors, um, Stephen Curry, he dropped what, like 35 against the Clippers. They're moving on
Hmm.
to face OKC. And so what to my question to you is uh what have we learned so far about these playing games and so far as we've seen them. I know we have I think what, two more to go. But yeah, so far, what do you think of what would transpire if you?
Okay, okay. Yes, we are American and
Hey,
all
hey,
como está.
hola.
But yeah, what do I think right now? So what we know is the Sixers is going to be going against the Celtics. I
Right.
think the Sixers is going to beat the Celtics in Game 6. I've been hearing the Sixers saying we want Boston, and I believe them. I definitely believe them. I definitely believe that the Celtics should sweep the Sixers because Joel Embiid is not playing, but I don't think it's going to happen. I think we've been seeing a lot of surprises so far in the playoffs, and I think this is going to be another surprise. As far as Golden State is going to be going against um hold up. Who's Golden State going against?
Okay, see, I believe. Oh,
Or the Spurs.
the Spurs.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, they going against the Spurs. I think that's going to be a good matchup too. Of course, I do think the Spurs going to end up taking it, but like I told you, against the Clippers, you never want to count out Chef Curry. Chef Curry can go off anytime.
For real.
No, no, I'm lying.
It's OKC, right?
No, Chef Curry they going against the Trailblazers.
Oh, the winner of that then goes face the
I mean,
Spurs.
not the Trailblazers, the Phoenix Suns.
Phoenix Suns. Okay, yeah. So the winner of that team go face the
OKC.
Spurs.
So
Okay,
yeah,
see.
Trailblazers going
Okay.
against the
Trailblazers going to
Spurs.
get
Yeah,
okay. Got
and
you.
the Spurs is going to destroy them. So
Oh yeah, we know that. Uh, yeah, man. The simple and done. Yeah, man. I ain't gonna lie. These play-ins. I like these plans, because that's what we like, the intensity of the game, and everything come crazy, everything's on the line, so you're gonna be playing your ass out off.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? And I love these type of games, because you're fighting for something. You know
Yep.
what I'm saying? And so yeah, so the Stephen Curry game, dropped 35. He put it all on the line out there against the Clippers. They was going back and forth, and they was doing their thing, and Curry got the job done. And the Warriors, same thing with the Sixers. I do believe that the Sixers um are a good team, but I don't think they don't have enough firepower to stop the
Mhm.
Boston Celtics. I think the Boston Celtics going to end up stopping them either game five or all four. Um, but yeah, there's no chance in hell. The 76ers is going to beat the Boston Celtics. I don't see that. It's not going to happen. And it was great that they, had their little had their little fame and everything like that. Had their little glory. But it's going to be over. Trust and believe.
Mm.
It's over in the first round. Excuse my partner. He's a Sixers fan, so he's a diehard. So of course, he going to say we want Boston and all that, but the truth of the matter is they don't know what they're talking about. They don't want no parts of Boston, and they're gonna find that out starting this Sunday. So
Uh, yeah, we just gonna have to disagree on that one because Sixers is going to win starting on Sunday. Sixers and six.
again, y'all, forgive him,
Sixers and
forgive
six.
him, y'all, forgive him.
Sixers and six. Clip it. Sixers and
Yeah.
six.
What's up, Damien? What's going on, bro?
Yo, Dame.
Yeah, so yeah, he's a diehard Sixers fan. He think it's going to happen. Oh my God.
Sir. Yes, sir. Sixers and four.
All right, man. Come on, Damien. Don't start, bro. Come on, don't start, man.
Sixers
Don't
and
don't
four.
get him riled up now.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Don't
sir.
get him riled up. Don't
You
get him
got
riled up.
Jason who? Jalen
Hmm.
who?
Jalen who?
Yeah, I don't know these
Six.
people.
I said six.
Hey,
But
they
yeah,
don't.
huh?
Everybody on that team getting strapped.
Is that right?
Yes, sir. So you saw what we did to Anthony Edwards. You saw what we did to Paulo. They all get strapped.
They not the Boston Celtics.
We don't discriminate. Any position, y'all all can get it. No diddy. Let's go.
No, they're not the Boston Celtics. Like, come on, but yeah, man, yeah, but I mean, yeah, them falling the plans were great games, and we're gonna see. I know we got another one tonight. Um, we probably gonna show you a real about what happened, what transpired later on tonight with these games. I think who's played tonight? Charlotte and Magic. Then you got who else you got? You
You
got
got Charlotte, the Magic, and you got
Hoops
Warriors versus the Suns.
versus the Suns. All right, so yeah, we're gonna see that's towards the end of the play in and the tournament and stuff. But give me your thoughts and what y'all guys think about the play in so far. What kind of games that intrigued you? And what do you like to see moving forward, heading to these playoffs that starts on Saturday. This weekend is gonna be nice. It's definitely gonna be great. So leave your comments below and tell me what's going on. And we're gonna continue playing talk about basketball. But we gotta talk about the WNBA star.
Mm.
WNBA star Will Wilson, she had a new contract. Asia Wilson had a new contract with the Las Vegas was it Wings?
Las Vegas Aces.
Aces. She signed a $5 million deal. Um, all guaranteed makes her the highest paid player in WNBA history. So, bro, first of all, congratulations to her. She deserves every penny. She's a three-time champ and multiple MVP winners and everything. So, yeah, she's definitely put her name in Golden Stone. No more, no doubt about it.
Mhm.
But my question to you, bro, is by what transpired with her and her new deal, um, an historic deal actually. What does this mean going forward when it comes to other players getting contracts like that? Do you feel like it's getting
Um,
involving?
I think the game's evolving, but I don't think you should look at players getting 5 mil. I think it's more likely they're gonna get 1 mil. You gotta really look at Asia Wilson's resume. A lot of players is not doing what Asia has been doing as far as the MVPs and the championships.
Yeah.
Asia has clearly been dominating the WNBA, and this is really just money that has just a long time coming. You feel me?
Mhm.
So when it comes to the next women's to get contracts, I started looking at the woman before her that got the first $1 million deal.
Yeah.
So I feel like $1 million is that standard for the next top players, and then you want to keep moving and moving. But I don't think they're gonna start from 5 million.
I feel you. I feel you. Yeah, because when you look at these deals, I mean, after when she got the 5 mil, I forget a player, but she got 1.5 million or something like that, close to like
Mhm.
2 million, and so yeah, absolutely, I do believe. I mean, I think it's like a yes and no.
Yeah.
This question, I mean. Yeah, absolutely. Wilson been in the league for a long time. She's been killing it, been dominant. She one of the most popular women basketball athletes in the country, and she deserved this type of money, hands down. It's been long overdue. But at the same time, I do feel like that with this contract, it definitely can make women's basketball, women's players to get them or capable to make that contract money. But it's gonna take time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
but but it's definitely she definitely made the standard of okay, $1 million it should be the starting point, or up. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And so they're actually trending in the right direction. You know what I mean? So about that, and so like I said, in women's basketball, it just became popular.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Just became popular. Everybody started watching it and stuff. It just started to grow. So I think this is just another example uh, of growth that the WNBA is making. And
Mhm.
stuff. Yeah,
Yeah, I agree. I think it'll happen over time. Of course, like next big players like Caitlin Clark or like the girl Paige, I
yeah,
think it can happen. But I just think as far as 5 million right away or contracts bigger than Asia Wilson, it's gonna be hard to get over that only because of what she's did so far.
right.
Just with the MVP, I feel like you would have to have a MVP and like at least a championship. So that's the only thing. But you never. I think it is evolving though for sure.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, yeah. To have that type of money, you definitely gonna need like some type of resume to back it up, so you can earn
Yeah,
that money. Um, but yeah, I mean, but at the same time, it's like you just never know.
yeah.
you know. But yeah, yeah, I mean we still talking about the WNBA. We guys think about Wilson's new contract, making her the highest paid NBA player in the league. Send down your comments below. Tell me how you feel about that. Will you think that changed the whole landscape of women's basketball when it comes to money and contracts and stuff? But this actually leads to my other question. I was like, I had a question. I said, bro, should Dawn consider coaching the WNBA, or you think she should stay in college?
Uh, I really think she should stay in college. Only way that I can see her going to the WNBA is to coach in Philly. That's the only reason why I could see her being a coach in the WNBA. But it's
Right.
like it's certain coaches that are so dominant in college that they don't leave college. You feel me? Like Nick Saban. Nick Saban was dominant for his whole career, or for most of his career in Alabama, and
Mm-hmm.
retired a legend at Alabama. So it's like Dawn Staley has done so much in the WNBA that I feel like she might as well just, I mean, not WNBA, in college basketball, that she should stay there. Some people I feel like it's just better with children rather than dealing with adults. And I
Yeah.
feel like Dawn Staley has fun developing children into being great WNBA players. You know, just look at her track record, see all the players that she sent to the WNBA. I think she really enjoys that process. I feel like kids really enjoy going to South Carolina because of her. And I feel
Mm,
like she's just overall been doing a great job with the children. So I feel like college basketball is where it's at for her. I feel like college basketball is where she's already made her name, already stamped herself as a legend. And why go to the WNBA except for going to Philly, which is in 2030?
mm. That was a lot you just gave me right there, bro.
Yeah.
but,
Yeah, okay.
I mean, um, I think she should consider it. I mean, yeah, she done a whole lot in college, especially South Carolina. I think if she leave right now, there's no doubt she's gonna be a legend in South Carolina. You know, I mean, her name is already engraved, bro. You know what I mean? Whether she stays or whether she leaves. Um, yeah, and you're absolutely right. There's a difference between college and NBA and WNBA because you know WNBA you dealing with adults,
Mhm,
you know, versus with college, you're dealing with students. So it might be a little bit better to teach them
mhm.
because they will understand more, they'll listen to you more, you know, I
Yeah.
guess, versus, you know, in WNBA, they'll probably, you know, they're listening to you, but probably to a certain extent because,
Mhm.
you know, they're players, but at the end of the day, they're getting money. So it's like, whether they listen or not, you know, they're still getting paid, you know what I mean? So they don't really care. Uh, but I'm not even gonna lie to you, man. I do feel like that, despite all that, I do feel like Dawn can bring a different light to WNBA, and I do believe that she should consider going down there. I know she made a huge impact in college, women's and for not just women college, but college period. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? She is like the best. You know what I'm saying? And I do believe that, you know, if she goes to the WNBA, she'll definitely make a total impact. I think she'll make it a little bit more intriguing.
Mhm.
I think a lot more people will look at a WNBA. It'll be more attractive. You feel what I'm saying? I think she brings attraction to sports. And I think if she goes to WNBA, that will make people draw in, and that would create more you know, people and gener and so much stuff, you know what I mean, and big stuff. So um you know, and yeah, absolutely, bro. And I mean, she ain't got a decision, make a decision right now, but you
Yeah.
know,
Of
I
course.
you know what I mean? But yeah, though, but I do believe, do hope if she do decide to consider going to the WNBA, it would definitely be Philly, you know, of course, because, you know, that's where she from. So, but in general, though, I do believe that she will definitely bring a different light to WNBA, especially where the WNBA is going and where they're heading. I do believe that she fits, you know, she's going to take that to the next level, and I think that's what they need, especially they definitely need that attraction WNBA. They already got it, but you know, I think with Dawn Stanley, she's going to make it um um to she's going to make it different. It's going to make it to another level,
Mhm.
no doubt about it. So
Yeah,
I
I
hope.
think she could definitely bring a good light to the WNBA.
Yeah, absolutely. You know what I mean? And then on top of that, if she comes, you know, you got other coaches that are good coaches and they might want to go to WNBA. So you never know. She might be that one person that will drag coaches to go down to WNBA. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
but then the only thing with that is, will that affect the college basketball for women? That's the only thing, because a lot of um high school recruits go to these colleges because of these big name coaches, you know. So
Mhm.
now, does that change the dynamic of these programs that was already high up?
Yeah, I
You
do
feel me?
believe that. Yeah, I do believe that.
And
That would really
does
change.
that take away from the game of college basketball too?
Um, Probably depending on like who they replace it with.
Yeah, I think all that you gotta consider that. But then I also think about what Coach Prime says about when they tell him to move up to the NFL, and why he always says he rather work with children. So that's the only thing we're doing. You gotta does she would she rather work with children, or is she cool with working with adults? You know, because children is like you said, it's more likely that they're gonna listen than adults. And even the whole thing with money, like they're getting paid too in college now, but probably not as much.
Not as much, right?
You feel me? Not as much. And I feel like they want it more. Some of them want it more. They going show because they hungry, because they trying to get to the next level. WNBA, whether that's the WNBA, the NBA, or the NFL, you always run into those players who get that money and then just don't got it no more.
Right.
So
Don't
I
have
don't
that
know.
drive no more.
Yeah,
I,
they don't have to drive no more. So I just feel like college basketball is really where it's at for her. As far as was especially with college basketball really transforming and becoming more entertaining, I feel like that really might be what it is. But like you said, she don't gotta decide right now. I said you get 4 years. That's when Philly gets a team. Then I start saying consider it.
that's why I feel like that she need to get some time. Still stay in South Carolina, do her thing and everything like that. But when the time comes, I think she definitely should strongly consider, go to WNBA and definitely be a head coach with the the home team.
Yeah,
But yeah, I do I ain't gonna lie. I think if she go there, yeah, you're right about it because it's like it can be a risk. You know what I
yeah,
mean? It's kind of like a risk that you taking because it's like you know, like you just said, like in college, the kids are making money, but not much money as WNBA.
mm,
And the kids are working so hard to get to that level, and you finally get to it, and you play, but you don't play like you played in college. You know what I
mm,
mean? Because you made it and stuff like that, and so it's like I'm gonna go hard, but I ain't gonna really go that crazy. You know what I mean? So,
mm,
but I do believe that they need to have that type of toughness. You know what I mean? The mental toughness that Dawn brings to make it more intriguing. But it also,
mm,
you did say, and play a part. Or is they actually gonna listen? Because
yeah,
at the end of the day, it's like their league. You know what I mean? But at the same time, they're grown. It's not like
mm,
you're dealing with kids. So so I mean, but I do believe that if Dawn step into a WA team, I know for sure they're gonna respect her.
yeah. But
Hands
then
down.
you gotta think this though on the flip side, because we're talking about the positive things on of if she goes to the WNBA. Let's say she goes to the WNBA and she fails. Now she might not have the opportunity to go back to a South Carolina. She, does this really ruin her legacy just in her name in general? If she was to go to the WNBA and just fail in multiple seasons,
I'll say depending on the situation.
okay.
I think regardless of what happens with her, whether she fails or something like that, she gonna always have a job in the college. I feel like
Yeah,
no matter
I
what.
think she'll always have a job in college,
You
but I
know,
don't think she would be able to go back to South Carolina.
probably depending on where South Carolina is. You
Yeah,
know what I
depending
mean?
on what
I'll
it
say,
is. That's
yeah, where they at? You know what I mean? Like, yeah, depending on where they at, like that's what I'll think that. Yeah, probably she probably won't get her job back, but I don't
yeah,
see her not getting her job back. And she fell in the WNBA, and she decided to go back to South Carolina, and they like, oh no, you failed here, so we don't think that you got it no more, so we're not gonna,
no.
hire you.
I don't
I
think
don't
that,
see that.
not that, but if South Carolina is continuing to be good without her, I don't think they'll take her back to be a
Oh
head
yeah,
coach. You
oh
feel
yeah,
me?
because obviously the new coach is doing something right. You
Yeah,
know what I mean? They moved on. So
yeah,
yeah, and yeah, I feel like if that happened, that type of scenario happened, she'll probably retire.
mm,
She'll
okay,
probably retire. Yeah, she probably retire, or she might stick with it.
okay.
or she might stick with it. I think if that type of scenario happens, either she retire or she stick with it, one or the other. But I think regardless though, yeah, what you hit right on the money, bro. It's like, yeah, it definitely is a risk, but you know, yeah, it's definitely a risk, but at the same time, I do believe that Dawn will definitely bring a different light to WNBA. But like I said, she got some time to figure it out,
Yeah, for
what she
sure.
want to do. But I do believe that she'll be a good coach, and especially the next step in her coaching career, to go to W League, Women's League basketball, and definitely be phenomenal for her. I'll be happy, and especially I'll be happy if she be coaching the Philly team. So no
Hmm.
doubt.
For sure.
But yeah though. Let's talk about I know we still talking about basketball. Let's gonna keep on talking about basketball. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Still no make no sense to go this hard, this topic, then that topic. You know what I mean? Let's keep it the same topic. But same thing with basketball. But I had a question, bro. Do you think that the NBA has a lot of games, or you think that they should shorten the season to get the games of the season?
Um, no, I don't think they should shorten it. I don't think they should shorten it. I feel like I don't know. I think they do got a lot of games, but I don't think they can. Oh, hold on. Yeah, I don't. They got a lot of
God
games, but I
bless
don't
you.
think they
God
should
bless
shorten it either. Appreciate it, brother. Appreciate it.
you.
I don't think they should shorten it either. I feel like this is what we know the NBA to be. I feel like this helps with the profit. You feel me? You give fans enough time to really get games, get tickets, really make that profit for the game. I feel like basketball is one of those sports where it can be played year round. You can play it winter, summer, spring, all because it's all indoor. So I feel like really shortening the season. How much shorter would you make it if you was just to put a number out there?
You talking about if I'm a commissioner?
Yeah,
Oh,
because it's like okay.
I'll say about 20 games. 20 games
So
shortened. 2015.
they should play like 60 young games.
Be about there. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it would definitely benefit the athletes for sure, but I don't know. I don't think it would benefit the fans. I feel like it kind of takes away from us.
Mm, mm. Uh. You were done.
Yeah, I'm done. Yeah, I'm
Oh,
done. I'm
all
done.
right. I was listening to you, bro. But what you call it? I'll say they should consider it. They should consider of shortening the seasons, and the reason why is like you look at the fallout. You look at what transpired. The reason why they have these lot of games, they don't play as much harder in the All Star game. Um, those type of games, they don't really show a lot of effort. And probably, I mean, they can make an excuse that it's probably not a lot of money, or they don't get paid a lot of money, or you know what I mean, or it's just yeah, just stuff like that. But the truth of the matter is, it's like it's a lot. It's a lot to take on the body. I think 80 was like 82 games.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think like 82 games. I think that's a lot. 60 should be enough. And then on top of all that, I mean, um you look at um the injuries. You know what I mean? People can't really be eligible to get an awards and stuff like that because of a lot of those games. And then because of the new NFL rule that they just put in place. And it's like in a sense, it's like, you're dealing with a whole all year round type season. And say if you get hurt for a couple months or something like that, and you on a roll for 25 games in the first 25 games, and then you get hurt, and then you can't play like with the next like 10 games, you like already on the edge of not, being eligible to, have awards and stuff like that. And
Yeah,
so
but
I think
I kind of like that though, bro.
why?
Because always say the best ability is availability. Why should you? Just because you was hot for one period of time. You feel me? I feel like you shouldn't be able to get the award off of a certain period of time. It should be throughout the whole season. So it's not fair to those players who play the whole season or have the numbers to actually be eligible to get an award. You feel me? Because you got say you play 40 games, 40 games you averaging like 35 points,
Right,
but then you get hurt and you don't play for 2 months.
right.
Why should just 35 points still matter if we've been playing 2 months longer? We've been playing 2 months longer and we averaging 30, but since you played 2 months less than us, you averaging more. Should you be able to get an award over me just because your
Yes,
numbers are higher for a certain minute period of time?
yes.
No, no,
Yes, bro.
no,
Yes.
no.
Yes.
It's not fair,
That's
bro.
what I believe. I believe that's kind of fair. I mean, like, to me, you know what I mean? But I mean, it probably not be
Mm.
fair to you. But I
It
mean, I'm
wouldn't be
just
fair because off of that logic, if we gonna go off that, then Joel Embiid would have multiple MVPs. Just off like I'm being realistically. If we going off numbers, because anytime Joel Embiid comes back, he has dominant numbers. So it's just off that, it was like I don't think Joel Embiid should have won any no MVPs on them years that he got injured or wasn't eligible. You feel me? But if you say that, then he definitely would have been in a running.
oh, no doubt.
Feel me? So I don't think that's fair though.
I mean, it's just be a whole lot of games, and a whole lot of games they get hamstrings, they get, you know what I mean, and the guys that that you want to see, they're not ready, like the playoffs. Like for example, Embiid. Like for example, Luca, Cunningham just came back from a collapsed lung, and so it's like um it's hard to really like to to do that, you know what I mean? And then when the playoff starts and you really need your players and they still hurt, you know what I mean? It's kind of unfortunate, you know what I'm saying? And so like I feel like, probably they probably need to take away like 10 games or 12.
Yeah. But I
You
was
know
gonna
what I
say
mean?
it's still no guarantee that they play all those games. You feel me? They still could miss games even with a shorter amount of games. No, there's no guarantee that star players are going to be healthy because at the end of the day, it's still a lot on their body because they play back to back games.
Yeah.
You still got practices and it's a physical game. So
That's
you feel
why
me?
that's why I should say that it should be short.
No, I definitely agree, but I feel like they also get a lot of money.
I mean, yeah, but I
And
mean,
the
when you
NBA,
when you look at the math, when you do at the math, though, I mean, because they get like game checks probably, right? So they get
mhm.
so they get their money off every single game. So are you talking about they're probably game check probably like what, like average, like what, 100K, 150K? You know what I'm saying? Or you know what I mean? So I
Well,
mean,
they
if you
got
add
game
it,
checks that it takes away from their money.
huh?
I said, well, they got game checks that takes away from their money if you take away the games.
I mean, no, I mean when you look about it, it don't. It actually increase your money.
Huh?
It increase your money. They won't break it to 82 games. Instead, they will break it to whatever they shorten it. Like 70 games of your salary of your year, they'll break it down to you. They actually will get
I
more.
They would, but I don't think that they would get their contract was going to be the same amount. I feel like they'll get less money. Like they if they make like let's say somebody gets a contract for like 70. I just guess let's say 70 mil for 82 games. I mean, let's say they say oh we're not playing 82 games no more, we're playing 60. I don't think that teams are gonna be like, yeah, we want to give you 70 mil still because now you're playing less. So now they might want to go down on it. You feel me? I mean, clearly they'll get the money for the contract that's already signed. If it's already negotiated, they're gonna get
Right.
the money still for it will get more. But as far as future contracts, I don't know if they still get that money. And then you also gotta think if you shorten the season, things like the All-Star game. Now, when's the All-Star game gonna be? Then you still got the in-season tournament. When's that gonna be? It's a lot of things that you gotta try to squeeze into a shorter amount of time. So I think it would be hard at this point for them to really cut down on the games. I feel like for what the NBA is doing, what they're trying to do, I think it's cool.
Mm. I mean, they can always like say if they like say if they have like they go 10 games and it's like 70 or something like that. You know what I mean? It was like they can squeeze that and make a tournament to like the best out of five. You know what I'm saying? To make those type of to make those type of days up to leading up to the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? It's the you know what I mean. So um I don't know, man. I just feel like that. You know, making a longer season, and the reason why like literally, Adam Silver had to create a whole different like strategy for the All Star game because of the lack of effort, of the
But
lack of effort.
that's all All-Star games though, bro. Because look at
I'm
the
going all
NFL.
All Star, huh?
Look, I'm saying, look at the NFL, bro. They went from contact to flag football. So it's like
Okay, that was
all.
entertainment.
But I'm
That
saying
was entertainment.
all sports are starting to do things like that now, though. It's like it's
I'm,
not just the NBA. I feel like all the sports are doing that. I feel like the NBA is more competitive when it comes to All-Star games than other sports.
I mean, I think the difference between the NBA and the NFL is that the NFL, like the NFL, they make sure that they make it more interesting. You know what I mean? Even though that it'd be like, okay, like this is what the Pro Bowl and they playing flag football. Like for example, what happened with with the flag football on what they did with Tom Brady and all that. I think that was cool.
No, it
You know what I
was, but
mean?
you
With
could
Saquon and all that. I think that was intriguing.
it was, but you could say the same thing about the NBA. What they did the past season was interesting. It was actually competitive, and people actually stayed tuned in.
You talking about
It's
the All
the
Star game,
last
right?
one, yeah, the last All Star game.
Yeah, I was watching it.
That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
it
They
was
they made
cool.
their changes too.
Yeah,
That's what
they
I'm
did
saying.
make some changes, but I mean, but the reason, but I'm saying like the reason why it was a big they changes was because it was lack of effort, and also from what I heard that a lot of those guys wasn't really getting paid that much in the All Star game. So it's like okay, this was just like a job that I'm going to, you know what I mean? But back in the day, you know, if you make it to the All Star game, that's a blessing. Yeah, of course you're going to like play your ass off. You know what I'm saying? Like with AI and Kobe Bryant and all that and all them other guys, every time they came in collide an All Star game, they used to love All Star game weekend because it was all the greats came to collide and faced each other. Versus now, it's like a shoot around. You know what I'm saying? It's like a shoot around and like it's no like no defense, no like no contact, no nothing. You know what I mean? Like and right and the commissioner had to literally change the whole thing just to make it competitive. And so it's like
Yeah, but
my
that's what
thing.
you got. That's his job, though, brother.
I mean, yeah, that's his
You gotta
job,
change.
but you
You
gotta
got
you
when you see that's on him for waiting too long to make a change. That's not on the
you're
players. If
right,
you the players been like that, you feel me?
but you gotta
That's what I'm
understand
saying. Like
why they doing that. You gotta figure out why. You know what I
I
mean?
know that's what I'm saying. That's on the commissioner. That's not on the players.
It's not
You
on
know,
the
that's on the commissioner. And he made a change. He made a change, and the players are playing harder now.
I mean, he did add more money.
Like just like the NFL, bro. You said the NFL. You tuned in. The NFL did more. And they did the whole flag football. But before that, they was playing tug of war.
Yeah, that was
They was
trash.
playing dodgeball.
It was trash.
That's what I'm saying, bro. It's all about making changes to see what's best benefits the players. They NFL did it, the NBA did it. So you
I
feel me?
mean,
I feel like the NBA shortening it is just going to change a lot of things, though. I do think shortening it would change a lot of things, as far as
but
just
would it
like you
be more
play
intriguing?
up. I don't think so.
Mm,
And then I think about what you said. I think last episode or 2 episodes ago, you said the NBA is getting soft.
they are
So I don't. I don't. Why shorten it if they getting soft?
because we don't want to see the soft basketball, brother. I think I
Yeah,
think I think the refs need to be improved. What I meant by that, I mean the refs. The
that's what I'm saying though. Why if they gonna be playing, if they gonna call out all the calls and all that, they gonna be having a paying close attention to all these calls. I feel
yeah.
like 82. We gotta play 82. I feel like back in the day, that's what we talk about. Back in the day, toughness and all that. They was all playing 82. You can't change that. Can't change.
It's
Why
not
we,
like
we
they
gonna
playing
put
82 now.
62? See, we gonna have y'all play 60 games because y'all too soft. How that look? How that look?
No,
Because the players of today is too soft. We gonna say the players of the day is too soft, brother?
no, hold it. I didn't say that. I said they played 60 games because I feel like it was a longer season. It's long, and
I
they still got to deal with the playoffs and all that. I think it's a wear and tear to the body. But I think
and
in general,
my man LeBron James. LeBron James played 82 games for how long has he been in the league?
like 23 years.
Yeah, 23 years he's played 82 games. If he can do it, I don't think I shouldn't see anybody complaining. None of these players shouldn't be complaining. Play the 82 games. Put your shoes on, put your jersey on, and you get out there and play. Play play your heart out. Because you ain't playing 60 games around here.
Oh man, yeah.
Hey, I mean,
Make you
unless
make you
unless you
make.
telling me that unless you telling me you ain't man enough to play 82 games, that okay, I understand. But if
I
you
ain't
man
saying
enough to play
that.
82 games, no, I ain't say you saying that. I'm saying just in general. I feel like if all the greats played 82 games, because then you got to think about that too. A lot of all the Hall of Famers, they all got into the Hall of Fame playing 82 games. So now it takes away, let's say 60 games, you probably can average more points than in 82 games. So now you might have better stats than those players back in the day as far as averages. But then the players of today, they won't ever break the record of LeBron with points. Never. With 60 games, never.
I'm just saying you going by the. I'm just saying you going by the injury like history for everybody, and I mean, no, well, not everybody, but the main people that that you see constantly getting injured, or you know what I mean, and like a guy like Joel Embiid, like a guy like Joel Embiid be missing like almost damn near 50 games, and
No, you're right.
yeah, you know what I'm saying, that be there, you know what I
But
mean, and so good,
I was gonna say injuries is a part of the game.
yeah, but you missing 50 games, that's unacceptable to
No,
me.
unacceptable that's unacceptable for that team though. Not for the league.
I mean, well,
The
yeah,
league moves
kinda.
on.
If you paying your good old money to see Joel Embiid play,
The league moves on. We can't
and
base
we
it
know that.
off of just one star. Tyrese Halliburton didn't play this whole year. Paid Pacers moved on. Jason Tatum didn't play almost the whole season. Celtics found a way to move on and still win. It's all about that's what's the beauty of basketball. We get to see new players step up. We get to see if teams can do it without these stars. So I don't want to shorten it just because of injuries. I gotta have more than just because of injuries. Just because people can't stay hurt because there's no guarantee that they're going to be healthy with a lesser amount of games. We see NFL got 16 games. players still get hurt. So it really is no right number for any athlete to play that they're gonna guarantee them not getting hurt, because injuries is all part of the game. You never know when somebody's gonna get hurt. Feel
Right.
me? Just look at the other day with Bam. That play can happen in any game. That could have happened in the first game of the season. Getting tripped up like that. You just never know.
Yeah, you're right about that. I mean, you just see what happened in the NFL when Aaron Rodgers had a few snaps and hurt his own
Yeah,
self. And he was out for
yeah,
that whole entire season. And he just, became a whole Jet. That was his first year as a Jet. I
yeah,
mean, you're right about that. I mean, you definitely can't you can't run away from the injuries. You know what I mean? Because injuries is going
yeah.
to happen. You're right about that. I just feel like they be playing a lot. They be playing a
Yeah,
lot,
no,
bro.
I definitely agree. See where you coming from and agree, but it's just like injuries in general, because you can get hurt in training camp. So it's like, as far as
Yeah. So I was
injuries, it's
like, you
like it's
can't win either
so many.
or.
Yes, it's what I'm saying. It's like you can get hurt in so many different ways that if you're going to cut down to 60 games, it got to be more than just because of injuries. Like you would have to add a lot more things than just because of the injuries.
Yeah, I feel you on that. You know
But
what I mean?
I see where you coming from, for sure. It is a lot of games on the body, for sure. That's why I
Yeah,
said for
it's a lot of
athletes,
wear
I
and
think it
tear.
would be good for athletes. Yeah, as far as wear and tear, it would be great for as far as wear and tear. But I think it affects so much.
Yeah, it definitely does. Yeah, yeah, it
Yeah,
definitely does. It definitely does. But I mean, yeah, I mean, we'll see what they're gonna happen. I know they got this new rule with the 65 game rule.
hmm
You make 65, then you're eligible to make those other awards. Like MVP, Rookie of the Year, stuff like that. So um, I'm pretty sure that Adam Silver gonna wind up, making some more rules and stuff like that, probably toward the end of the season. So, or at the end of the season, toward the off season. So, I mean, we're gonna see the changes he's going to make and stuff, because I know it's been surfing for a while now, and people was talking about it, but they was recently was talking about it, especially with the rule that came into play with the 65
yeah,
rule. So definitely it's been a talk, and obviously I think they going to continue talking about it. And we also going to continue to talk about it. You know what I mean? They going
yeah,
to talk about it. We going to talk about it. Period.
yeah. That kind of reminded me, like, because
Yeah.
I mentioned legacy. Be like, let's go to the NFL, because the NFL used to have a shorter amount of games and they added on.
Right.
But then you seen Miles Garrett just got the sack record. But then you had someone like Michael Strahan be like, he had more games to do it. You feel me? So I
Yeah.
feel like it's gonna play a part in like records and all that, for sure. I
Yeah.
feel like those older guys will definitely have something to say.
I mean, yeah, especially what happened with Saquon. Saquon, and there
hmm
was he was about to break the record, and about with Eric Dickerson, and it was one reason he didn't want him, because he didn't want him to touch his jaw, and he was a little jealous of the man. But it was another
Yeah,
reason why he didn't want to, was because he had an extra game of doing it versus Eric Dickerson had, like 14 games to do it. 14, 13,
yeah,
something like that. Yeah. And so he had like an extra game, like two extra games to break it. So he was all complaining and stuff that, like, okay,
yeah,
he had extra time to do this, and only did it 14 games. He only did it for 16. Like, that ain't fair. You know what I mean?
yeah,
But yeah, you're right though. I mean, yeah, it's kind of like a you don't know what situation it is. You know what I mean? It's like it's some ups,
yeah,
it's some downs on of the longer season, and but like I said, we're gonna continue talking about it. Let us know, y'all, how y'all feel about them shortening the seasons games. Do you feel like they should? Do you feel like they shouldn't? Let us know what you think about it. Put it on the super chats down below. But let's pivot to back to the NFL, bro. Um, we gotta talk about what transpired. about earlier this week. So earlier this week,
Mhm.
they had the Eagles had a draft press conference with Harry Roseman, Nick Sirianni, and one of the reporters asked him um about AJ Brown. And actually, AJ Brown has always been the topic of this whole entire offseason, this whole entire season. And basically, Howie was saying that what are the odds are, do you think that I'm going to answer this question any differently? And he said, AJ Brown's an Eagle. That's all he said. So just by that comment that Howie said, are you convinced? Are you even more convinced that he's going to be a Eagle this year, starting the fall?
No, no, because Howie is only seeing what he's been seeing the whole time. And
Right.
I had said that earlier. I said seeing that he's an Eagle is not really seeing much. It's not really
Uh,
saying much, and the fact that he's not going to add on to it because he doesn't want nobody to know what the next move is. If
right.
they're going to move him or not, since he don't want us to know. So it just all it does is just make us wonder or be confused on is he staying or not
Whatever.
because it's a lot of players that he say is just an Eagle. You feel me? And I just seen a post saying that they was at the wide receiver Jordan Tyson Pro Bowl or not Pro Bowl, Pro Day.
Pro day.
So, and Jordan Tyson is a top receiver in this draft class. And a lot of players or a lot of analysts been talking about Jordan Tyson falling down to the Eagles at pick 23. So I don't know. Them being in attendance to see Jordan Tyson because Jordan Tyson is a top receiver doesn't really give me the most confidence that they wouldn't take him if he's there
He
or
is a
trade up
top.
for him.
I was say, yeah, I was gonna say, and I was gonna say you was gonna keep going, but the boy that you was just talking about, he is a good wide
Mhm.
receiver, but the problem with him is that he does miss a lot of games.
No, that is true. But I'm telling you this: if the Eagles get him with the first round pick, then that means
Oh yeah, it's over.
they don't care. You feel
Oh
me?
yeah, it's over.
They
Yeah,
like
it's
something
over.
that they see. I mean,
Oh
I've
yeah, it's
seen
over.
them do it before. With Landon Dickerson had injury history, they still drafted him. A long time ago, Sidney Jones. I don't know if you remember him. Sidney Jones, a cornerback.
Oh
He
yeah, I
had
remember
injuries
him.
with his knees. Drafted him. Yeah, he got drafted in the first round.
Yeah,
So when it comes to like injuries, I don't think if the Eagles like medical team approves of the player and approves that the injury is not going to really hurt the team or hurt him, then they'll take him. They've shown it time and time again.
yeah, he did. Yeah. Um. Yeah, man. I mean, to answer this question, do I feel like it's more convincing that he's going to be a Eagle? Um, I feel like it's more the same. I think he really
Yeah.
didn't stamp on it. But he did it with the same thing with everybody. He said everybody is not really safe. At the end of the day, it's a business,
Mhm.
and so they can wind up letting go of Jalen Hurts anytime they want to. They can let go of Saquon if they anytime they want to. They see a star that's way bigger than him. So I mean, I feel like when it comes to the business, nobody's safe. No matter
Mhm.
how you can say, oh yeah, he's not for sale. At the end of the day, everything for sale. Period. If the price
Mhm.
is right,
Yeah.
or you go over the top. And I'm not gonna say that AJ going to leave the Eagle. Is going to leave the Eagles, but I will say that I still don't believe he's going to get traded.
Mhm.
I do believe that how he actually saying this is a sense of, I mean, yeah, I'm kind of tired of everybody talking about the AJ Brown, because the way that he, like talks about it, he like really is tired of like people saying it. And the thing about it is like I feel like that with him, he wants to say that he's an Eagle, he gonna stay an Eagle and this, that, and the third, but he understands it's a business. And you never know what somebody can offer you in exchange for him. So you
Mhm.
gotta have the door open. You know what I'm saying? And so I mean he's a captain to the Eagles. He's a captain for a reason. You know what I mean? He
Mhm.
don't have that seed for no reason. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's one of the leaders in that team and in that locker room. So he means value to that team, obviously, extremely
Hmm.
valued. But at the same time, I just don't believe that a team is gonna step up to the plate and get a while and go give a guy like AJ Brown and Howie what he wants. It's been showing
And
this whole entire, you know what I'm saying? It's just been showing this whole entire
yeah,
offseason. And so I feel like um what he did say, Howie, um, is it more convincing to me? Kind of yeah, but kind of no, because I feel like that anybody can can leave. But the reason why I say yes is because like at this point nobody really don't want AJ Brown. If you want to just keep it whole being with you, like nobody's like on the phones calling AJ Brown. Like literally the Rams wanted him, but then they found out how we want from him and they hung up the phone. You know what I mean? And so
yeah,
yeah, so and then also in that sense, AJ the Eagles don't want to trade him. They don't.
yeah. See,
They
now
don't.
the thing with your answer, the thing with your answer is because I like your answer. I like everything you said.
Yeah,
But the thing I feel like you answering two different questions. You feel me? I feel like you answering the question of does it sound more convincing, and do you think we're gonna trade AJ? That so when we say more convincing, I don't think he can be more convincing because he's saying literally saying the same thing. You feel
right,
me? He can't more convince us with saying the same thing. It got to be the same thing. But I don't think he's going to get traded, like you said. But I feel like that more so answers the question of do you think that the Eagles are going to trade AJ Brown rather than is how he convincing us.
do you feel like you gonna get traded?
At the moment, no. I said it all depends on if they get a receiver.
Yeah, that's
I
what's
said,
going to tell. That's what's going to tell all of us. Especially in the first round. You know
yeah,
what I mean? Especially in the first round. I feel like in the first round, if they automatically go wide receiver, he's gone. He's gone. I think he's going to be
yeah,
gone. I think he's going to be gone. But but the thing about it is, I still don't think it's going to happen because it's like, um, because like I said before, nobody's going to give the price to Howie. Um, um, I mean, yeah, you never know, but at the same time, it's like
yeah. You never know.
you never know, but at the same time, you just don't see it, bro, because the market value ain't really there, especially you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, yeah, I don't. But if they do get a receiver first round, I don't. I can't see no situation where AJ Brown stays.
Oh yeah, no,
It
most
wouldn't
definitely.
make no sense. Yeah,
Oh
that's
yeah,
like that's the
Mhm.
only situation I
that's
can
the
see.
only. Yeah, that's the only thing I see too. So as of right now,
Yeah,
I
but
still
then
believe, huh? No good.
I was gonna say yeah. So yeah, I agree that he ain't gonna go nowhere as of right now.
Yeah, I don't believe he's gonna go anywhere as of right now. I don't think he's gonna go anywhere heading to the season. I don't think they're gonna get a wide receiver in the draft, probably to like the third round. They probably use the second, like, because I mean, when you look at it, they got one pick in the first, they got another pick in the second, and they got two picks in the third and two picks in the fourth. And so, I don't see them. I see them getting like the boy practice, the boy that you was talking about. To
Hmm.
fix their offensive line. And I think in the second round they're gonna go safety. That's what I think that's gonna
Hmm.
happen. And probably in the third round, they definitely gonna get a wide receiver. I do believe that in the draft, they definitely gonna get a wide receiver. But I don't think it's gonna be that bull that everybody talking about. It might be somebody that will shock us. That ain't really a house, a big name, but he's a real big star. You know what I mean? Or a potential to be a big star. Um, but yeah, like I don't see the Eagles doing no wide receiver first or second round at all. But like I said, you just never know when it comes to Howie Roseman. So
Yeah,
he can turn around and make a trade or something like that, and get AJ Brown to move up to get a wide receiver. You just never know. And
yeah,
but we gonna find out, bro. We gonna find out, bro. We gonna find out in 6 days,
yeah,
bro. So I mean, I'm
yeah,
fastening my seatbelt. I'm definitely passing my seatbelt because everybody talking about, oh yeah, he probably gonna get traded if not the draft, then June 1st. I feel like June 1st that don't even matter. You know what I mean? It don't even matter because like at the same time, like because if they don't draft a wide receiver, they're not letting go of AJ Brown. June 1st, John, post June 1st don't mean anything. I mean,
Yeah, I mean,
you get what I'm saying? It
yeah,
don't mean anything.
yeah.
So yeah, I mean everybody
Mhm.
now it's just speculating. You know, people making up stories. You know, saying that AJ Brown want to be this, that, and the third. They just all just making stories, just trying to figure out what's going to be the actual result. But I think the actual result, just to this whole story, is that AJ going to be an Eagle for his fifth season. With Philadelphia.
Mhm.
But
Yeah,
we're gonna find out in 6 days, no doubt.
yeah, we're gonna find out for sure.
But yeah, that also leads, to our last topic. We was talking about the AJ Brown in the draft. We gotta lead off with the draft. And I asked the question, bro. I said, which NFL prospect do you believe can be a superstar in the NFL?
Yeah, that question is a hard question
Hard.
because I feel like being a superstar, it all comes down to what team you're on, what team selects you. So
I
just
mean,
if we just going off with names, no, because only because some players become stars. Like let's say players that's not like first rounders, they can go to stars because they're in a perfect system. I feel like the system you're in makes you really a star a lot of the times. Even if it's some players that be first round picks like Bryce Young, you would think that Bryce Young is going to be a star coming out of college, but he didn't. He didn't live up to it. Not not not
not
in the
even
beginning,
close.
at least.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like you got those players who don't are Jalen Rager, first round player, didn't become a superstar. So when I think of superstar though, just off of names, hmm, who do I think can be a star? Right now, I'm going. I could see Caleb Downs being a star. Definitely can see Caleb Downs being a star. Um, the running back Jeremiah Love, I can see him being a star, but the only thing with that is I feel like that running back position is so hard sometimes to get
Yeah.
yards, especially if their O line is not good.
Hmm.
That's the only reason that could really set him back from not having like a great first year or not having like putting up like 1,000 yards his first year. But I
Hmm.
could definitely see him being a star for sure. Um, I can't really see no quarterback being a star first year. I can't really see that. I can
Not
see
even
some of the
Doji.
receivers being stars.
Oh,
Nah. I think he gonna have a good year though. I think it's gonna be like Cam Ward.
okay, gotcha. Okay.
Cam Ward had a good year, but you off of last year, you wouldn't say that he had a superstar year.
Oh no, 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 no,
You
no
feel me?
doubt. Okay.
I don't feel like Mendoza doesn't. He's not gonna have all the receivers necessary to have like that superstar year.
Yeah.
Cause I can't name all the receivers on the Raiders besides their tight end Brock Bowers. Other than that, they don't have no receivers that I know of or that I would even be scared of.
Right.
So I don't off of that. Then they still got the running back Ashton Genty, so I feel like they're gonna be running the ball a lot as well. So I don't know if he'll be have a superstar year. Not that first year until they get some more receivers, some more weapons for him. Um, yes, I'm gonna stick with Jeremiah Love and Caleb Downs for right now.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. The explain what you was. I was going to piggyback to what you were saying earlier, tomorrow, because it's kind of hard to be a superstar depending on the system that you're at. And I was going to
Yeah.
say, I said, well, at the same time, I mean, you can't really say that because you got Miles Garrett in the worst system ever, and he's a superstar. You know what I'm saying in this league. You know what I mean?
Well, why is that the worst system if they got a dominant defense?
Because they have a trash offense.
I know, but that's not having to do with the system though. I think that has to do with the organization.
I mean,
When
well,
I say
yeah,
system, I'm just talking about like for their their position, like their if they I say offense, if you're a receiver, the best system for a receiver might be it's going to most likely be a passing offense, not a rushing offense. Best
Mm.
scheme for a running back is going to be a scheme that gets the running back the ball. So I don't really think Miles Garrett is a part of a bad scheme because if he was, he wouldn't have broke the record.
Well, he's part of a bad organization.
Yeah, he is part of a bad organization. That's what like let me think of somebody that was great that was a part of a bad scheme. I'm trying to see. Oh, you keep answering. I want to see if I can think of anybody.
Um, part of a bad scheme. Hmm, that's something you gotta think about right there.
Yeah, I mean, first name I think of would probably be Saquon. I feel like Saquon didn't get utilized to the best of his abilities with the Giants,
Until you got
and when he
the
came to the Eagles, he did. Yeah, so it's like some players is going to get drafted by teams where they might not reach their top potential, but if they go somewhere else, they'll just be better.
yeah, you
You
right
see, we
though.
see it all the time.
Yeah,
But yeah.
yeah. I mean, yeah, but to answer the questions to who I feel like that they might be a superstar in the league. Yeah, I feel like Caleb Downs can be a superstar. He has the potential to
Mhm.
be a superstar. I feel like he has the potential. Sonny Styles, I think he could be a potential superstar. Who else? The boy, Proctor. I believe he
Mhm.
can be a, bona fide superstar on the offensive line side. Who else?
Also, Kenyon Sadiq. I ain't say his name. He could be a superstar.
Oh yeah,
The
him.
tight
Yeah.
end.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Jeremiah Love. I feel like he can be and can be a bona fide superstar. And um, David Bailey. I feel like he can be a bona a solidified um, superstar. Um, I think in this class it's kind of hard to decide because it's not really a good class unless if you look at defense. So I think that
Mhm.
I mean me picking those guys, a lot of them is on defense. So I feel like
Yeah.
that the defensive side can definitely be like a real star, a potential star type, player. They can be definitely a great asset to their team. You know what I mean? Even though they might not put them over the hump or anything like that, it's still a great piece to the puzzle. So
Mhm.
I mean, so that I mean, I do believe a lot of the defense, because not really the offense. I mean, unless you count a couple of them wide receivers, which I feel like is going to be probably tough. But yeah, but other than that, you look at um, probably Carnell Tate. He probably be another one that probably
Mhm.
be tough. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And
I was gonna say him, but if he get drafted by the Browns, I don't know. That's the only thing. I don't know if he gets drafted by the Browns because I don't know who their quarterback is.
mm, you said the Browns.
So that's what I mean when I say that. Yeah, I think he might get drafted by the Browns. So then that's a system where I don't know if he'll fit only because of quarterback. I don't know who's gonna be the quarterback. I don't know if they're gonna be passing the ball a lot. So that's what makes it hard for me. Like that's why I ain't really see no receivers because I
How
don't
about
know
the boy Lemon?
where these receivers gonna win. Lennon, I think he has the potential to be a superstar, especially if he ends up going to the Rams, like a lot of people project.
If he go to
Yeah,
the
if he go
Rams,
to the Rams,
oh,
as you know, that's all the Rams do is throw the ball. So if he go to the
no, for
Rams, I think
real.
he'll have that potential. Yeah, he'll have that potential for sure.
And I do believe that the Rams gonna wind up getting a wide receiver in the first round.
Mm.
It's more realistic. The only reason why I say that is because they're still trying to let go of Devontae Adams.
Yeah, they still letting go of Devontae Adams, and I've
They-
said before, the whole Puka thing. Puka's been getting into a lot of things this offseason. So, and did Puka get paid yet? I don't think he did.
no, he didn't get paid yet.
Yeah, Puka hasn't gotten paid yet. So, Puka's been dealing with a lot of things. So we got to see if Puka gets his act together.
I do believe he
He
won't
been
wind up
chilling
getting paid.
recently.
I
No, I do. I think he's gonna get paid too, but will he get paid to the fullest extent because of the off the field issues?
Yeah, yeah. But at the same time, it's like I do feel like that Adams might. I think he's gonna leave. I think he's not gonna be a a Ram before when the season starts. And so if Puka's your guy, you got to get another two wide out. You have to.
Yeah, I think they're gonna keep all three of them if that was the case.
I mean, the only reason why the only thing I'll probably see him if they can't trade him. If they can't trade him, they probably will keep him probably another year or something like that. But like, if they able to trade him or like he in the draft to trade up, or something like to get somebody, I could see that.
Nah, I can see him keeping him no matter what because the boy Lennon, he's a slot receiver. He's not like an outside receiver. So I can see them keeping all three because Puka and Devontae can really play all over the field. Lennon's more so just a slot guy. I think he could probably play all over the field as well, but he's mostly used like best efficient in the slot. So
Mhm.
you keep all three of those players in a passing offense, it can get scary. I'm not gonna lie, he can definitely get scary.
Yeah, you definitely down right about that. So I mean, yeah, I think either way they're gonna wind up getting a wide receiver, regardless.
Yeah,
I think they're gonna wind up getting a wide receiver, especially in the first round. But yeah, I guess we passed our time, way past our time.
yeah,
But
yeah,
yeah,
we did.
no, definitely. But yeah, like I said, comment on below what you feel about who can be the next superstar or potentially be the superstar on this NFL draft class. Let us know your comments and stuff like that. We want to hear from you, and we want to appreciate everything. We want to appreciate you. Thank y'all for coming on to the show. We thank y'all for taking the time out your day to come hang with us. Like always, we appreciate it. And we'll be back here Monday, same place, same time. I want y'all to enjoy the weather. This weekend is going to be again hot. And you guys take care and be safe. And you already know who this is. It's your boy Manny.
And Sean,
And you already know it's What's the Word Podcast, Workout Podcast. We out. See y'all.
yes sir. All right, y'all.
Peace, y'all.